The West is Big channel, is dedicated to helping you explore the West. This time I'm going to introduce you to a couple of photogenic places, the Bisti Badlands and Shiprock, New Mexico. This is one of my discovery shorts, so it's not one of my extremely detailed and 2-hour-long epics. The Discovery Short series is a blatant attempt to broaden my audience by showing off cool places that don't need a whole lot of time to explain. Bisti and nearby Shiprock are in the Four Corners, near Monument Valley. The Four Corners is one of my favorite parts of the country. The iconic landscapes and Native American history draw visitors from around the world. And during the busy season, that's exactly what it is. To get away from the crowds and a slightly dustier, almost Disney-like experience, you have to go to less developed places. And Bisti Badlands and Shiprock are two such places. Our first stop is the Bisti Badlands, which is south of Farmington, New Mexico. For photographers who like to explore, Badlands is a poor description. Bisti has over 60 square miles of trackless wilderness, with no facilities whatsoever, and hopefully that will always be the case. Well, this is it, and you may be wondering, what do you do here? Well, you explore. It's full of weirdly wonderful rock formations that have to be discovered. There are no trails in the soft silt and ash to help you find the best photo ops. It's up to you to discover the hoodoos, the egg hatchery, and other formations. I shot this just a couple hours after sunrise, and I have to admit it doesn't look like much. But things change as the sun nears the horizon. These days the word change is often used to scare folks. It's a bad thing. But the world has and always will be in a state of change. This area was once a tropical river delta and swamp, with big trees and even dinosaurs. When tectonic forces caused the Colorado Plateau to rise, the rivers dried up. At some point, volcanic ash, some of which came from our next stop, covered the area. But that change can be a good thing. These weird formations are made from that silt and ash, which also help to petrify some of the trees, which are out there if you look in the right place. And dinosaur bones have been found too. The place is transformed near sunrise and sunset. The hoodoos and other formations just come alive. Some of the best formations are 2 miles out over the soft ground. So some of your hike may have to be in the dark. It's a BLM site, so some people spend the night in the small parking lot. Bisti is pretty well known these days, and the word has gotten out. On my visit, 2 groups of Germans decided to stay here. They seem to want to be in a wilderness.
Not that developed. It's a wilderness area.
See? Bisti Badlands isn't for everybody. And if exploring isn't your thing, well, thanks to this Discovery Short, at least you know it exists. Now let's go to the source of some of this volcanic ash. About 75 miles away is Shiprock. It's been a guidepost for travelers for hundreds of years. It's sacred to the Navajo, who call it, well, a name I can't pronounce. But it means rock with wings, or simply winged rock. Their elders say that this bird carried the Navajo here from the cold Northlands. Geologists say that this is the remains of a volcano, and that we're looking at a solidified lava pool that never reached the surface. They say that the whole 1,500-foot-plus pinnacle was once below ground level, and it's only revealed to us because of erosion. And if that's not amazing enough for you, several volcanic dikes radiate away from the main peak for miles. In places, the dikes are nearly 200 feet tall and only a few feet wide. They formed when lava filled underground fissures. The lava cooled at different rates, making it look like a giant man-made wall. And it was time that eroded away everything that we don't see, which is very cool. A lonely dirt road that is often gated off leads to the base of Winged Rock. It's even more impressive from here. And looking away is impressive in its own way. It's almost like being on another planet. On this calm morning, it made my list of places with the sound of silence. And for quite a while, I just stood there looking around. Okay, it's time to wrap up this short, and please subscribe to the West is Big channel to see more pieces of the West. And if you've got a couple of hours, check out one of my epic travel guides. Most of them have millions of views, and they're almost like being there. And if you're interested to learn more about Bisti and Shiprock, or if you're wondering where all that eroded material went, there's a video on my channel that explains that too. Thanks for watching, especially if you watch the ads. And please subscribe and keep checking back, because there's more like this on the way.